For centuries, Christianity was persecuted, oppressed, hidden in the shadows. But then something changed. Welcome to the journey through the roots of Christianity. An emperor had a vision, and from a cross came a new era for faith. This is the story of Constantine, and the greatest turning point in Christian history. The scenario of empire. It was the beginning of the 4th century. The Roman Empire is fragmented. Political crises, civil wars, leaders vying for power. It is in this context that Constantine, son of Constantius Chlorus, appears, proclaimed emperor by the troops in the year 306 after Christ. But to rule the empire, he would have to face other rivals and conquer Rome. The Battle of the Milvian Bridge. In the year 312 AD, Constantine prepares to face Maxentius, who controls Rome. But something extraordinary happens. He sees a light in the sky, a shining cross, and next to it, a phrase in Latin, in hoc signo vinces, "With this sign you will win." That night, according to the records of Eusebius of Caesarea, Constantine dreams of Christ, and he is ordered to use the symbol of the cross on his war banners. He obeys, and the next day, he wins the Battle of the Milvian Bridge. Rome is at your feet, and Christianity will never be the same again. The Edict of Milan. The following year, in 313 AD, Constantine, together with the Eastern Emperor Licinius, promulgates the Edict of Milan. For the first time in the history of the empire, Christianity becomes legal. Christians can now gather, build temples, and live their faith without fear. The persecutions cease. The martyrs rest. The church breathes. Constantine's personal conversion. Although his conversion was gradual, Constantine began to increasingly favor Christians. He donates land to the church, orders the construction of basilicas, such as St. Peter's in Rome, and abolishes the death penalty by crucifixion, out of respect for Christ. On its currency, the Christian symbol appears, the Christogram, the Greek letters X and P, which represent the name of Christ. In 337 AD, shortly before his death, Constantine was baptized. Constantinople in the New Age. Instead of reigning from Rome, Constantine decides to found a new capital, Constantinople, the new Christian and great Rome. There, paganism loses strength. The cross rises to the palaces. Christianity goes from being a marginalized faith to an imperial religion. But not everything was celebration. Power brought benefits, but also internal conflicts. Consequences of the New Covenant. With imperial support, the church is strengthened, but it also becomes politicized. Faith now had to deal with the responsibility of power, and new disputes arose. Who defines the doctrine? Who controls the leaders of faith? What was once driven by testimony was now also influenced by authority and prestige. Biblical reflection. Jesus said, "My kingdom is not of this world." John 18:36. But now the name of Jesus was linked to thrones, armies, and emperors. It was the beginning of a new era, of faith mixed with politics. In the next episode, we will discuss about the Council of Nicaea, the truth in dispute, when church leaders meet to define doctrine, and the first great theological schisms appear.